Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jillian Andrews. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money. Joining us with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and Johnson Brunetti partner. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And today we are talking about layoffs and what this could mean for your retirement.
Yeah, as we talk about planning a lot and making sure that you have a plan for retirement. And if, well, I'm going to work till 65 and then you're 62 and now you're not working anymore. Can you retire? Can you not retire, right? People, if we keep things simple, which everyone wants things more simple, that sounds good. People fall into two categories. I have enough money to retire? I don't. You have to know where you are, whether you're working or retired, so you can answer the question of, can I stay retired?
Absolutely, and we have a statistic from the start of the year about how many people in the U.S. were laid off.
136,000. It's a lot. You know, when we talk about the economy and when it was, people are like, does this matter to me? What is going on? When we hear about inflation, we hear about all these things, what does it mean? As we go through moments in time where it's a great job market and there's a lot of opportunity for people to get jobs and we're working remote and we're making more money and then we're not. And now that workplace has changed and you see these employers that are shifting. I was reading an article yesterday about a big local employer that's going to have kind of a forced retirement. And that's abrupt because that is not part of your plan, but the uncertainty of life has got to be part of the plan too, is that everything could change for the better, for the worse.
Yeah, and there is an emotional toll that comes along with a forced retirement. Yeah,
well then you think about benefits that are available to you. People are like, well, I've never collected unemployment. Well, it exists for a reason. If you qualify to get it, it's like, well, I don't want to do that. It's that you have to look at what position you're in and what makes the most sense for you and your family. Because if you start drawing on your retirement accounts before your retirement, you don't want to do that. Most people don't want to do that. If you're in a great financial place, that's a different conversation. But most people, if you draw on your retirement before retirement, what are you going to live on in retirement? Where you're going to have less options. So maybe it is going back to work, maybe not for the same job you had, but something different.
Sure, and last question here, what about health care? If you were previously receiving your health care through your employer, what do you do now?
So depending upon how long you worked for your employer, right, you might get a severance package, you might have benefits extended for you. Everyone will have COBRA available to them, which is where you can extend so you're not, well, my whole family was insured by my health insurance, stuck. COBRA will allow you to extend those group benefits for a period of time while you figure out what you're going to do. But if you're not yet 65 or you have little kids and you're not eligible for Medicare, you know, I say call us or talk to people that can educate you on this because you need health insurance. It's too much of a risk not to have it, but there are options available to you and it's easy to be overwhelmed and just think of huge numbers. It doesn't have to be that way. So
great. And where can
you have options?
And where can people learn more about this? You have an offer for us today.
Yep. Go to www.moneywisdom.tv, and that's where you can go to see all of these offers. This one in particular is about a book we wrote called Forced to Retire. Is that what if you don't get to decide? You know, what if you are the conversation that you've had with some of your friends, and now what am I going to do? And the immediate thing is don't panic and go to your plan. Does that plan still work? Well, I'm panicking because I don't have a plan. That's okay. I know the book will help, but also, you know, again, it's specific to this scenario, forced to retire. Go to moneywisdomtv.com, but you can get a plan and figure out what your next best step is going to be, because you probably have a lot more options than you think.
Okay, wonderful. That is, one more time, moneywisdomtv.com. And thank you, Eric, as always. And that will do it for this edition of Money Wisdom. I'm Jillian Andrews. We'll see you next time.